back with another video. It's Saturday for me today. I will be filming on Tuesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. It'll be every other Friday, every other Saturday. So yeah, I'm back today with a Dancing on Ice themed makeup tutorial because I did a Strictly Red for when Strictly Come Dancing started, and now I'm doing a Dancing on Ice blue style because icy blue, that's kind of their style in their Dancing on Ice studio. So yeah, that's where I'm going with this. Hope you enjoy it. If you do like it on the video and subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to post some more videos that you enjoy. See you later, enjoy. Okay, as I just said, we'll be doing blue for Dancing on Ice. This is a similar one for what I did for Strictly. I did Strictly Red because I love red. So yeah, I've got my usual Revolution Unique products down here. So yeah, let's start. I'm using my usual primer, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. I'm just going to put it all over. Sorry that I keep on looking in, well, on my screen because I don't have a mirror. But thankfully today I've put my contact lenses in so we don't have the ring light reflecting in my face, in my glasses. Today I've already cleansed, or I did a face wash with my usual Neutrogena, it's the orange one. I've toned with the Body Shop at Home Tea Tree toner and moisturised with, I can't remember what the name is, it's the moisturiser that I had in the last video. I don't need too much because my moisturiser gives a good base already. So yeah, so that's that one. Today I'm going to start off with my eyebrows as usual. So I have got a mirror, it's my usual Revolution one. I'm hoping my eyebrows actually go well today because I know they've been a little bit sparse. Thankfully they're growing back. Hope to the foundation primer fingers, can't open a thing. So yeah, with this I'm just going to line the bottom of it with my eyebrows like I usually do. It's already going badly. These will look super dark at the front because I haven't got any hairs there. Not just yet anyway. This product is the Maybelline New York Brow Satin. I've used this before when I was blonde and it's so good because you've got the pencil at the front, it's like a gel pencil at the front, and then like for the fuller bits like I've got, you get like a powder at the end, like there's the pencil. These brows look so dark on me. I think this is an older brow product because I've changed my hair so many times. Like, I mean, I had a really bad balayage done end of last, the first time end of last year, and then I got my hair made better by a friend of mine. But due to our British lockdown, they look so dark, they've actually had to close, so yeah, it needs a bit of a toner. But luckily I've been using my Redken to add more, I think it's collagen, into my hair because where I bleached it so many times it was just dead, but thankfully it's back to where it needs to be, nearly. So then I'm just using the little powder bit at the end. Don't worry if it goes over if you are using brow satin because concealer is your friend. Well, this is interesting. So yeah, next I'm going to grab a little bit of my concealer. This is the Unique Touch concealer in Marquisette. I can't read it, that'll be backwards view, but if I can I'll put it below. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this and I'm just wiping most of it off on just on the side of the bottle. I'm going to pop a bit in the middle, a bit at each end, and a bit just underneath. This is all I'd need because I'm just literally going to go around the outside of the brows. Just try and make them a little bit more decent. I'm horrendous at doing my own brows because it's just difficult. I try not to do too much concealer, especially with this one, because it will start to move the primer about, so I'm just trying to blend it up. Even this is a lot because this concealer is the bomb of concealers. Just tracking it back a little bit, go through the middle. Don't worry if it is a bit blocky on the front, because when you go through foundation, when it's dry, you just dab on just the ends of them, then it just blends it in and makes it look a little bit more natural. Or at least that's the way I've got it. Cack-handed this side. Don't mind the sniffing, I've got a bit of a cold. And every time I seem to put eye drops in, because I need them with my contact lenses, I always seem to get the sniffles. I may have just cut the eyebrow off a little bit too much, but okay, eyebrows. I'm just going to take the brush and just blend it down a little bit on the lid, because we are using the same Unique Splurge eyeshadow to base it off, but still we don't go all the way up over on top of the lid, so just blending it in. This is where I do need a beauty blender, but mine are all mucky apart from that one that I got in my January beauty box. There's a hair right there. If you want to go see the January beauty box, then it'll be, I think it's two or three videos back. Check it out, it's interesting. So yeah, that's that. I will take foundation brush quickly just to blend over that outside bits, just so it's not as crazy, because I've got some red bits at the top. So I use it doubly to just conceal the red and just bring it all the way down, because if you've got any hard lines of concealer, they will stick there, and if you use foundation, it will show. I know I look a little bit top heavy now. I would have put concealer on my lower part of my face, but where I'm using blue, which is a very pigmented colour, if I do get any fallout, I can brush it away with my puffy fluffy brush, whatever it's called, and I can see concealer over it. So now I'm just going to take my Unique Splurge. I'm not sponsored by Unique, it's just one of my friends sells it, and I used to sell it, so it's just use up all the products, see what we've got. So yeah, I'm just using a little bit on my finger, not as much as I did last time on my quick video. I'm mainly putting it over the lid. This is creamy, and then just slightly up a little bit higher. This gives it a good base. I can use the eyeshadow primer, but I'm running out of it, so I'm using this. If you do wear contact lenses while putting this on, then be careful, because you can wobble your contact lens a bit. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Not so much into the eyebrow, but just enough. I'm actually going to use a little bit less this time for this eye. So yeah, this is just going to go right in the middle. I hope the light doesn't go while I'm filming this, because I've currently got my ring light next to me with the natural light on to give a little bit of light from that side, and I've got my window next to me, so fingers crossed the light will stay the same. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I've decided that I will be putting my YouTube videos up every Tuesday and every other Friday and Saturday. So if this week it'll be a Saturday, so next week it'll be up on Friday. That's my plan. If I don't get it up, then it'll be up soon, because it's a little bit, it gets a little bit higgledy-piggledy when you kind of just one day you feel like filming, next day you don't. So have it set. So now I'm just going to go into, this is the Revolution Reloaded Marvellous Mattes, and I'm going to take this, I might put a little bit of white first, and then I'll start off with the blue, because Strictly Blue Ice, no it's not Strictly, Dancing on Ice Blue, I keep on saying Strictly but it's honestly not. Strictly's the dancey one, done Strictly. So yeah, this is just, I'm just taking a fluffy brush, just go over the outskirts of that bit that I've just put on. It's just to lighten up a little bit more. Can you see? I'm not going to go so much on the lid, because that's the main bit that's going to be covered. It's just the top half of it, because it gives the colour some depth when you put it on. How many of you have watched the Dancing on Ice start last week and enjoying it? I'm waiting for this week, because they have Billy Shepherd, also known as from Sam and Billy Fair's The Mummy Diaries. They've got, oh, I don't know, Graham Bell, who had an unfortunate accident with his partner Yebin last week, so I think there's another dance taking place. Who else we got this week? I can't remember. You don't have to watch it. So next time I'm taking a slightly smaller, it's not a tapered brush, it's like an ice with this icy blue colour. Hopefully it all comes out okay. So this one I'm just going to go over my lids. Looks extremely light, this one. Extremely light. You can sort of see it. This is a brush that I'm going to call my builder brush. So I've just put a light on. I will be putting a dark one over the top, I think. You can kind of see the blue. Just got to blend that around. I'm just going to take my Revolution Redemption palette, Mermaids versus Unicorns. I think I got this in a subscription box, and I'm going to take the bright blue, where are we? The bright blue shade right in the centre. See if this one could be any lighter. I've done a blue before, but I couldn't remember what palette I used. Ah, it's this one. Now these ones have a little bit of shimmer into it. Just blending it all over. I'm not going to go higher than the crease, because unless I'm literally blending it on like a nearly empty brush. So just literally going round. Like that. The thing I love about this colour, it already grabs some dimensions into it. So just doing the same thing on the other eye as well. Start off in the centre, front, back, crease, and then circles. Now my eyes are a bit different, so I'm going to have to go in a little bit forward on this one, because one of my eyes is slightly smaller. This one. just building it. And I'm just going to grab that first fluffy brush and just go around the top. One thing I forgot to do was set my eyebrows in place, so I'll probably do that in a second. And I'm just blending around the top a blue. Looks very, you can see it, very, very bright. It is blending gradually, so yeah, that's that blue. The next one, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that blue just on the side but pack it on top, because where I've blended out the first time it's gone lighter, but if you pack it and taking that along the crease all the way to the middle, just packing that in. This is a very icy blue. Don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm so glad I didn't conceal under my eyes. Next, I'm just going to take a pencil brush, and there's this blue next to it, this one here. It's the one just before you start going into the greens. I think it's a darker blue. I'm just going to go into the corners and try and make like a triangle. I can't say it, the triangular shape at the side. So you follow your eye down and you just go along the top like that. I don't know how well you can see it on this video because it's getting darker outside, so I'm going to have to start moving things around. So I'm just building up the different colours of blues, and this one's like a bluey greeny colour. Just doing circles, just filling that last colour in. This looks so bad. If you see me moving this around, it's because this side of the cat ears is kind of a little bit broken. So next on this brush, I'm taking a little bit of this dark blue. Only a little bit. Put it on the corners. Ooh. What is it? Every time I start filming, I always get the burps. I just don't know what it is. So I'm just taking that up. You can't see it very well. Around the sides, these are all shinies. Because if you're on Dancing on Ice, you need to be shiny. Just taking that right over the top of the last ones you've got. With the corners. Next, I'm just going to grab a little bit of a flannel or something, just take a little bit of the powder out of that and go back in with this palette, because it has got a very nice dark blue on the bottom of it. I'm going to take a little bit of it and hopefully it sticks, and put that just on the edge. These don't seem to be sticking with me today. Either way, you can see the dark, you can see the light. Kinda. I'm just going to take the brush that had white on and just go over the top. And take that, my builder brush that I said. It doesn't matter if you haven't got as much dark on one side, because you can always go in and sort it out. So I'm going to add some more dark on here. Use the mirror light, not mirror light, window light. My eyes never come out the same, so I'm always having to just go in and see which ones work and see which ones don't work. That's better. So we've got that one. Next, which is one of my favourite bit, I'm going to grab my deluxe brush, which is my flat brush. It's totally flat. I have cleaned it, but it's got a little bit of pink on it. I will be taking my Moodstruck Addiction palette, also unique-y stuff because they're amazing, and I'm going to be taking the colour Romantic, which is a silver colour. I'm doing silver because if you don't have ice, you've got to have silver. If you have ice, you've got to have silver. That's the one. So I'm just taking it. This palette is the best for colours, so I'm just going to put that right at the front. Just tap it on. Just manoeuvre it. So that's what you've got it so far. I always seem to be able to do the left eye, or the right eye better than the left. But yeah, that's that one. Next, I'm just going to do set my eyebrows in place. This is just, I can't remember what it is, Satin Luxe Brow Gel. It's just a little clear gel, so if you've got unruly brows, you can just set them into place. I don't have a specific way to do my eyebrows because it's just one day it works, one day it doesn't work. On up here, I'm just going to take the end of this brush, and if I've got any extra, I can just either flatten it down or just buff it out. Because one thing you definitely do get when you're building colours is you get a lot of fallout. Next, I'm just going to do my eyeliner. I probably won't talk through this part because it's really nerve-wracking doing this part, so yeah. There you go, eyeliner. This is the point where you try to build it up and it goes wrong again. I've not worked out whether I'm going to put lashes on or not, but we'll see. If you want to get a good representation, look at that one, not this one. Next, I'm just going to conceal it underneath it, not right up to the eyelash line, because it will blend out the blue, but you don't want blue. So it's just there. And any other places you want to conceal. Now this brush, I start off with a little bit. And you have to tap it on, you don't swipe as much. I'm swiping up on the corners, but you don't want to do that much because you want to keep that blue where it is. So you just want to pat it on. see what I mean? You pat it on, you can still see the blue is transferring out. So, pat on at the front. Swipe up to the middle. I might need a little bit more on this side, because you can see there's still some blue just underneath. I will be putting blue underneath the lash line only a little bit later, but if there's blue still here, then it will transfer onto the foundation, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to tap it on. And if you wanted to, you can just blend down with a foundation brush. Just pat it. This concealer honestly conceals everything. Like if this was a foundation, I would be using this every single day. I do anyway, but still. Just blend down the lines just so you don't get bad lines over your cheeks. So that's what you got so far. Oh, hairs in your ears, it bugs you. Next, I'm just going to use my foundation. The usual Unique Touch. I will be going back to using my Revolution probably when it starts getting to summery stuff. This is a spray foundation and it's a lot easier for me in the winter. Because I have got lighter skin. Make sure you go over the cheeks first. And over the bottom of your face. Over the top, don't go straight around where the eyebrows are with a lot of product, or the eyes are, because you still need to just leave that lightness. And that was just one spray, and look how much is covered. Awesome. I don't technically need foundation all the time, but when I'm out and about, I just like to put a little bit on just in case, because it covers all the sins. So yeah, just go around there. This is the lightest shade because I have got quite light skin. It's quite a good match. I probably am more of the shade of this shade, but right now I'm just tapping it all in with I think it's a dry brush, just to make sure it is all blended in with the concealer, especially around the eyes where the blue is. Probably will actually go in with a little bit of concealer just where my eye bags are, because they're just horrible. Just there, because did you know you don't actually have to you shouldn't really be putting concealer right up to your lash line, because well, I don't know, I can't remember what they said, you're not actually supposed to be doing that. Because look, I'm only doing it today and before because I know my eyeshadow had lots of fallout and I need it for my eyeliner. But the main bit you need to put it over is here, because you get the darkness of your eyes and then it just blends in with your cheeks. The light's going. Always do it a little bit around my nose because I've got dry bits. And around my mouth. Believe it or not, I've actually remembered lipsticks today. So go me. Just give that a couple of minutes just to settle, because I don't want to start doing bronzer and then it just all transfers. I'm just going to grab a little bit of powder and just stick it along here. Yes, this is the same one that I brushed away the blue, but there's no blue on it anymore. Just powdering where the bronzer will not be, and it's literally tiny little amounts. It's not to totally dry it out, it's just to help. So yeah, I'm just going to take the same brush, but this double ender, take the fluffier side, tidy everything up, and just go around where you usually would bronze. Oh, that's a big amount of bronzer. Oh no. I enjoy the bronzing stage because it stops me from looking so pale. We're only using light strokes. It's like most people, they say do that, but I can't do that. You hold the brush like towards the end, but I can't do that. I can only just contour myself. You can see there's a little bit of warmth in there. It doesn't have to be really, really hot like it was summer if you've just put tanner on. I need to put a little bit on my cheeks because, well, I say little, that's a lot. I'm basically just warming my face up a little bit. But don't put it on this bit if you've got a big face like mine. You can blend it with an empty brush. And I'm going along this bit here. So you can blend it with an empty brush just to make sure it's not totally full on. But yeah, we don't put it there because it makes you look, where you're very, very bright, now you're very, very dark. Add a little bit right in where my hairline is. Now I'm going to take the other end of it. I'm going with that light shade again. And this is, I'm just using a translucent powder. Doesn't give you any colour, but where you might have put some bronzer and you don't want it there, it just helps out. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of highlighter. This is just the Revolution one with the broken part. It's got, I'm going to use the whitish one. It's kind of white, but it looks kind of silvery yellow. Doesn't matter if it's too much. You can never have too much highlighter. My nose, on that bit. And if you're careful, put a little bit on your finger to put it in the corner of your eye. And then on your brow bone. as an alternative for the silver that you put in, you could also put this in the corner of it, in the this bit anyway. I'm just going to take the white brush. It's a fluffy brush, just to go over that. When you glow, you glow. Last but not least, I'm going to try and put a mirror around the wrong way. In fact, I even need this. Last but not least, I'm just using a bit of mascara. I don't know whether I'm going to put lashes on or not because they're incredibly awkward to put on. This is just my usual Happy Go Lash by Body Shop. I have got other ones, but I'm not using it just yet. I'm still using my box that I've been using the last couple of days. Box of Things, my quick makeup routine. Just put all over my lashes. I've decided I'm not going to put any blue underneath the lash line because it might, for me, it might just colour me out. So the mascara does enough for me. Another style you could do, you could put a little bit of black eyeshadow at the end just before you put your liner. You know where I put that dark shade on? You could also put a little bit of black in that just to darken it down a bit, but for this one you want to glow, so I love this mascara even though it's a right arse to come off. It is just perfect. I don't think I even need lashes with this. Fake lashes, not pulling off my real lashes. So yeah, that's that bit. I've got 3 different mascara, what are they called, lipsticks to choose from. I've got a gloss, I've got one called Frozen Rose, and Blush Nude. I think I'm going to use Frozen Rose. Oh no, it broke. So use my mirror. This is by Avon. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it. It's like a pink shimmer. This is where I'd usually go over with like a setting spray or something, but where I haven't my glasses on today, I don't technically need it. I'm trying to work out different ways that I can keep my foundation on, so as you just saw, I just used a little bit of translucent powder on just like a stipple brush. I've used the setting spray before and I've just left it before, so we'll see how it goes with this one because it's actually stayed on quite well. I like that. So yeah, this is the look that I've come up with. I keep on looking in the camera rather than the, keep on looking at the picture rather than the camera. Yeah, this is the look that I've come up with. I will do some pictures at the end of it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Ignore the marks on top. I had a fight with my highlighter earlier. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you want to see more videos on Tuesdays, 100% we'll be posting. Fridays, every other Friday, every other Saturday. So if this week's Saturday, next week will be a Friday. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any ideas for me to do any other videos, comment down below. I'm not going to bite. I might even heart your comment. So yeah, have a lovely day. It is, what time is it? I'm not sure. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:17 p.m.
You didn't hear that? It's 2:17 p.m. It's time for me to have a drink and start to, oh, what's it called? Start editing this very video because I was supposed to film it yesterday, but I filmed it today. I'm rambling. See you later. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely evening. Stay safe all, And yeah, look after yourself. Bye. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.